My name is John Ribier and welcome to the Place Holder Show. This week, NACADA, that is the National Agency for the Campaign Against Drug Abuse, proposes a new alcohol policy. The policy raises the consumption age from 18 to 21 years old. According to NACADA, an 18-year-old is old enough to marry, to join the army, the police, to vote, to start a company, to start a family, to be treated as an adult by the criminal justice system. But a cold beer on a Saturday night with the boys, to forget that we're in an economy sinking in debt with the governance issues, is where they draw the line. In response, bald man and person that I am most confused for, and man with an album questioning his indecent exposure, BN, had this to say.
NACADA now proposes banning alcohol advertising, online sales, and want to change legal drinking age to 21. The government recently banned advertising of betting. These bans affect creative and advertising industries heavily. What's this fake morality, pretending to care about the very youth they're killing? Are we the first country to have these vices? Then we wonder why unemployment is so rampant.
In response to BM, NACADA said this.
Alcohol is the most abused substance, with first exposure starting as early as 13 years old. Not cool, is it? Youth are the primary targets of online, influencer-led alcohol marketing, and this is a fact, right? The burden of addiction is costing families, schools, and our healthcare system dearly, which is, again, an indisputable fact.
This is hard for me to say. But NACADA isn't entirely wrong. We do have an alcohol problem as a country. From our fellow Africans fearing to share a drink with us. You've seen those videos?
Kenyans drink alcohol like it's water.
Now, Kenyans are different breed in drinking.
I never drink with Kenyans. We are Africans drunk uncle. Every time they drink with us, we leave them traumatized. And yes, some teams are out here turning their livers into experiments. But NACADA's response sometimes gave the vibe of an old uncle trying to reach young cousins in our WhatsApp group. NACADA responded to BN like a toxic partner, busted for cheating, but who chooses to guilt trip instead of addressing the issues concerned.
Just because I cheated one time, that make me a cheater? Yeah. So if I cut hair one time, that make me a barber? You ain't even thinking.
BN raises legitimate concerns about youth, jobs, and the creative economy. NACADA's response shouldn't feel like, manze, yo si poa, si yo cool manze. Tonight, we address the critical issues raised in the policy. The raising of the drinking age from 18 to 21 and the impact of an online advertising ban and celebrity endorsements on alcohol brands. In particular, we ask the following. Number one, does raising the drinking age from 18 to 21 improve youth health and safety? Number two, is the advertising ban on alcohol, ads, and influencer marketing does it cause more harm than good? Regarding the raising of the drinking age, NACADA made the decision based on statistics that show that 13% of Kenyans aged between 15 to 65, about 4.7 million, drink alcohol. The 18 to 24-year-olds having the highest prevalence in this age group. But here lies the problem. 18 to 24-year-olds are adults. Hata hiyo jina 18 to 24 ni jina ya bar. Watu wako na meno zao 32. Plus, who makes a study with a sample size of 15 to 65? Kwani census? Studies actually show the opposite of what the policy seeks to implement. According to Euromonitor, illicit alcohol now accounts for 60% of all alcohol sold and illegal alcohol sold in Kenya. Pombe wash is a real problem. It exposes the entire country to health risks. This ban will lead to 18 to 20-year-olds either buying alcohol illegally or worse, resulting to illegal alcohol, or worse, opening TikTok accounts and podcasts. The stats also show that Gen Z are less likely to drink. A report from Switch TV based on the Gallup Global Poll found that 60% of Kenyan Gen Z reported not drinking. Unless, of course, it's a drinking challenge. Tequila with cinnamon challenge, TikTok, yay! So, are the 18 to 20-year-olds really the crisis group? Or are we targeting them because they are visible and easy to blame? Is their logic tenable? NACADA's problem is that the authorities have a nasty hangover of being unable to stop underage teens from currently accessing alcohol. The solution surely cannot be to raise the legal drinking age so that the authorities can continue to struggle. Why? If you can't stop 13-year-olds from accessing it according to the NACADA statement, how will you stop 18 to 20-year-olds? And in a day and age where youth being in custody of the police is one of the rising causes of death in Kenya, second only, of course, to do the accidents and super gonorrhea. Is it really a good time to make laws that criminalize more youth from activities that they're already enjoying legally? Imagine umeshikwa juu ya kubuy beer ukiwa 20, upeleke kwa cell, ujigonge kwa kichwa, ugonge kichwa yako kwa ukuta ukufe. That's honestly. Do you want our understaffed, underpaid cops to arrest adults and place them in overcrowded and under-resourced jails? One could argue being involved in Kenya's criminal justice system in such a manner is more likely to get you to be an alcoholic than drinking at 20. The major conversation across the world has been on decriminalizing substances that are commonly used and lead to high incarceration rates like weed. Our chief advocate being none other than our recent and newest doctor in town, Dr. Wajakoya, or better yet, this scientist. Watch these clips right here. They're hilarious.
Mimi ningependa kusema hivi. Oye, bangi, 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 bangi. Haya.
Inanipatia nguvu mwili yangu yote, kama ni process zote, digestion nini, si unajua mmesoma pia nyinyi, inazifanya catalyze zinaenda faster.
Si mmesoma. The conversation on decriminalization surely cannot be reverted back to revisionary measures like criminalizing adults from having a drink. Ini kama Raila kuturudisha kwa maneno ya conclave. We receive it with the same acceptance as Lenny pale TikTok. Mtu wa kuchukua matenje. Vile yudi nile mse wa ngoma wa loilo.
Niko kwa Kailo.
Ai jamaa, yani una respect hadi unasaka kinyi unafanya sasa.
Sasa mimi nimeona uko na mama nikadhani
aenda kuwekea endelea uki.
Plus, there are real life examples that show that it does not work. In the USA, they raised the age to 21, and still over 60% of teens drink by the age of 20. Americans use fake IDs to get alcohol the same way Kenyans use fake IDs to rig elections. The ban also extends to online advertising and online sale of alcohol. Hapo hata kumaliza mafans wa Chelsea, sorry. World Cup winners, sorry. Motorbike stock the operators. From 6 p.m., that's all they do. Deliver alcohol and humans. Yoni economy mzima. The logic for NACADA is that, and I quote, the online space has become a loophole. Teenagers are ordering alcohol from their phones and getting it delivered to their homes. This must stop. We agree. Yes, teens ordering alcohol via delivery riders is a real concern. This will follow the examples of states like India or even in the USA that restrict or prohibit online alcohol sales for the same reason. Peer group consumption increases when alcohol is easily available without adult supervision. Well, that's like treating a mosquito bite with a shotgun. Plus, the major concern would be enforcement. How would such a law be enforced? By arbitrarily searching delivery motorbikes and taxis, as if they don't have enough problems with the cops? By providing a delivery permit for alcohol, further raising the cost of business? Not to mention, majority of persons that order alcohol to their homes are adults. This law would punish responsible adults and modern retailers that deliver. Besides, online delivery apps and alcohol retailers are already required to sell to only persons over 18. The law is already in place. The same way one can get a fake ID to buy alcohol online is the same way one can get a fake ID to buy alcohol in person. Not to mention the number of jobs that will be lost by such a ban. Alcohol brands currently are almost single-handedly supporting the Kenyan creative economy. From sponsoring experiential engagement events to sponsoring the celebrities themselves. So when you hear a ban on celebrity advertising and online ads, it means a ban on the guy selling tickets to an event, the bouncer, the ushers, the supplier of the tents, lights, seats, stage, screens, bars, the bartenders, the waiters, the food, the janitors, the cleaners, the taxis taking people there, even the other external economies. Watu wa kuuza kiombizo hivi hivi. Watu wa simu grabbing agents. It's an entire economy on its own. Hatujafikia sele bado. It employs millions and millions. Basically, everyone except your HR manager will lose job if this ban is put in place. The thought of losing jobs in a country with an unemployment rate of 60%, where the government is actively, via the Ministry of Slave Trade, trying to get us to get jobs abroad, is maddening. Imagine this. You're 15, acne major, my pimples, ka voice kana crack, nasarga kizombi. You're scrolling through TikTok and boom, your favorite rapper pops in with a champagne bottle and a Lamborghini, well, ni Kenya, and a Mark X while mumbling something motivational. Multiple studies show that this kind of content primes teens for earlier and riskier drinking. Studies from Australia, Uganda, and the US have shown that teens who see more alcohol ads, especially those featuring celebs, are far more likely to start drinking at an early age, and they often drink more dangerously. But banning celebs outright and that market of online advertising outright is kneecapping the entire creative industry. That is not the solution, especially considering that the same teens will be exposed to the same pictures by foreign celebs. P. Diddy with Ciroc, Kitambo, will to influence Sisi, 50 Cent na Cognac. Also, it's already part of the culture. Rappers and singers already have alcohol in their lyrics. What will NACADA do next? Ban rappers from putting alcohol in the lyrics? It's crazy. Imagine the start of Siwa Tambui by Cardinali without the alcohol in it. Storongi! Doesn't hit the same, does it? Will Major ever make another song? Ukitoa party cup kwa. Umemaliza jo. What will be the next move? Ban reference of such matters in movies, TikTok stories. Then to ban every speech by Jade. It makes no sense altogether, man. It's overregulation in a space that is already overtaxed. It's a knee-jerk reaction to social and cultural issues. Whereas repeated exposure to celebrity alcohol endorsements glamorizes drinking and shifts attitudes in teens, it's not the only factor. WHO and NACADA studies show that most teens in Kenya first drink at home or in social gatherings, not because of an ad. Besides, these kids skip ads faster than Omanyala in a 100-meter dash. Like skip. Will add to you skip on my YouTube ad. Banning online advertising and celebrity endorsements will have the effect of kneecapping the entire creative industry. We have seen what overregulating and overtaxation did to companies in our betting industry, how it affected our sports. In 2020, Sportspesa withdrew 600 million in sponsorship for sports. 600 million. I knew. I was an athlete at the time. The effects were disastrous. I remember when the KPL, Harambee Stars, the Simbas and rugby, and the basketball fraternity with the basketball tournaments, we were all affected. Leagues collapsed. Athletes went from the pitch to the streets. Imagine kuibwa na msee amecheza ball bro, ama rugby. Unajaribu kuepo unapatikana. Plus, if you're being honest, exposure of teens to alcohol ads is not the real problem. Countries like Germany, Italy, and France allow teens to drink at 16, sometimes even 14 for beers and wine with meals. Yet they don't have the same problem we have with exposure and addictions at a young age. Why? Turns out exposing teens to an education in alcohol, introducing them to the vice in controlled and loving environments, where open conversations on drink and cue, on the difference on moderation and intoxication, on the difference of alcohol being something you enjoy responsibly and not a rebellious rite of passage is better than outright prohibition. I know, because my parents went through hell. Bruh, I was a rebel. We continue in a culture that wraps alcohol in mystery and slap bans, and we are shocked when teenagers drink like they're doing Olympic trials for liver failure. The secret is more education, more love, guided and loving exposure if necessary, and more effort by community in rehabbing and not treating it as a taboo. The scourge of addiction is real, but we can address it not by law, but by actually doing something about it in our cultures and in our societies. NACADA is trying. You really are. I'll give you that. The intent with this policy is protective. It's not punitive, even if you look at it. But protection must be smart, not reactionary. Can't be knee-jerk. We see the intention to protect our teens. However, the recommendations miss and run away from the deeper structural problems driving youth and alcohol abuse in Kenya. People don't just get addicted to drugs. They get addicted to what those drugs let them escape from, like loneliness, poverty, Kenyan politics, dropping out of university because the new university funding model does not accommodate you, unemployment, simple boy songs, Eric Omondi jokes, the things that really plague us as a country. These are why people are getting addicted to alcohol. The policy treats alcohol like a virus. They are trying to put a drinking mask they're trying to give us a pass for adults to drink. It's your COVID. We are better off addressing why young people are turning to it in the first place and getting addicted. NACADA, I hope we can do better. My plea is that we abandon the policy and work towards addressing the real issues at hand. Let's protect the creative economy. Let's protect our 18 to 21-year-olds. Legalizing a good product is not the solution. My name is John Ribia, and I'll be having a comedy special alongside Mandeep Jagde at Osho Center on August 30th. Come through for a great time. It's gonna be good. Tickets are 1,500. The early birds are sold out, but you can still get in. Tickets are selling out fast. Come through for a great time. We hope to see you there. And if you like more of this content, please let us know in the comments below. Share, like, subscribe. Let us know what you like to talk about next. We'll be doing this weekly. This has been the Placeholder Show. Chikani.